Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to Legend BTV. We're back at it again talking about the debut album from Niall Horan called Flicker. So let's start off this review, prefacing it by talking about the widely successful band that you all know as One Direction. Although One Direction are no longer producing music under that name, all 5 members are currently still in the works of producing music. Today, Liam Payne actually dropped a new solo single, but that's not what this video is about. It's the new Niall Horan album, but we're going to start by talking about what's led up to this point for the boys. They started off in 2011, 2012 under Simon Cowell's UK group One Direction, some British boy band that overall I felt like pumped out basically really safe and inoffensive pop music that was kind of catchy but really was devoid of substance. As the years went on, they've began to develop their sound into something a bit more meaningful with albums even as early starting as Midnight Memories and then leading into 4 and then Made in the AM. Overall they were kind of like experiencing a little bit of growth, and then it was after 4 when Zayn Malik decided to depart from the band, and yeah, it really wasn't the same. It wasn't the same sounding band as it was with Zayn in it, and then he proceeded to drop a debut record called Mind of Mine. Now this album was really just kind of forgettable to me. It had the really generic sounding single Pillow Talk, which I liked Zayn's vocals on the track, but it's really freaking generic in the production, so I was just kind of like, ugh. Kind of a chore to get through, and it was so tedious. But following that, we had the whole band splitting up, and we had all kinds of things coming out. Niall Horan proceeded to put out a single called This Town, which is on this record, so we're going to talk about that soon. Then we had Harry Styles coming through with a full-length debut, and I honestly wish I liked that project more than I actually do. The production sounds good enough, although it is kind of safe, but overall it does have a little bit of grit to it, so I will appreciate Harry for going in a rock direction, but that didn't really work out in his favor. And the lyrics in this record were so tedious and boring too. There wasn't really much texture, or they were just so repetitive it got old fast. So, and then going into this new record by Niall Horan, I wasn't really sure what to expect, because he was going in the same sort of rockier style as Harry Styles, maybe with a bit more of an acoustic folk rock to them, with a bit of a 70s edge like that. So I wasn't really sure what to expect going in with this Niall Horan record. The single This Town was cool, but overall, like I said, it felt pretty bland because it just felt so standard and basic with just the one note playing throughout the entire song. And then we got Slow Hands, which I actually thought was a step in the right direction. It was a bit edgier, catchier, and just all in all, I think it's a better song. I mean, not many people seem to agree with me. I think it is a great song, to be honest. But, yeah, it must be my unpopular opinion. And then we also got another single before this record dropped called Too Much to Ask. And that song was actually kind of cute. It was, had a nice little piano, nice little drum machines going throughout, and overall, it was just a really pleasant track. And then, yeah, then we got the new record in full. How is it? The album really isn't anything out of the ordinary or anything like that, but I can definitely appreciate what it is trying to do. It's a pretty good record. It's not really a great one, and it's not really anything amazing or anything I haven't heard before. It's pretty standard rock and acoustic folk with a bit of a poppy electronic vibe to it as well, like Slow Hands or other tracks we're getting to. The only collab on this record is with country singer Maren Morris, and we'll get to that in a minute. But let's just talk about the album in general. Overall, it's got a nice selection of more fast-paced songs, or just a more mid-tempo to up-tempo songs. I mean, like, you can't really expect an album like this to really have many, like, fast-paced songs. But overall, what you do get is songs like On the Loose, which is kind of more of an upbeat song. It's a pretty nice, chill song. You get songs like Slow Hands, which is pretty mid-tempo, but overall, it's still just kind of a catchy and funky track. The vocals are really amazing. Honestly, I think in terms of a vocalist, Niall might be my favorite vocalist, aside from maybe Liam. He's not really as whiny or obnoxious as Zayn is, but he's just a lot more authentic on this record than Zayn is as well, and pretty much Liam, and maybe except for Harry. But yeah, overall, I think his voice is just soothing. It's really memorable, and what he's doing with this record really suits the style of his voice and the production. So overall, the style I think suits him well. You got a song like The Tide that gives this really watery electric guitar groove to kind of match with the overall themes of like the tides and stuff, because it's like a body of water and stuff. Who knew? But yeah, yeah, overall that track's really funky and cool too, and it's really like pretty colorful in the production and instrumentation as well. So overall, I dig that too. Most of all, when I like this record best, it's when the production just kind of goes outside of the box and just you know, really stands out. I mean, the ballads are nice, I'll say. Ballads like overall, I really like the message of the song Paper Houses, and it's really kind of touching, and overall Niall sounds great. I just think the instrumentation really isn't as textured or really as experimental as it could be, which I know I'm not expecting much experimental from a One Direction member or artist. I just feel like the track is a little safe instrumentally, but overall I did like the theme and message of the track. I mean, I've been there, let's say that, but you know, you just gotta move on, you get what I'm saying? But yeah, anyways, overall I'm enjoying this Niall Horan record. Not really can say I love it, but I mean, it's still solid enough. I'm thinking a strong 6 out of 10, maybe a light 7, but yeah, overall it's pretty good. So I recommend it. Go ahead and check it out. If you like my channel, subscribe below for more reviews. I got a big top 40 UK list. It is almost done, guys. So it will be up soon. It will be up maybe even tomorrow. So be ready for that. It's going to be funny. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be my best review yet. Thank you. But anyways, I hope you like this review, though. Comment your thoughts about the new Niall Horan record below. And thank you for watching. Subscribe.